Hello YouTube family and friends, this is Rev with Rev It Up Mustang Fanatic Productions. Welcome to another production video here, and we are in our garage, and yes, that is Electrobit behind me, and she is up on jack stands, but not to worry, there's nothing wrong with her. This is actually our 1-year anniversary since we've put on the long tube headers, off-road X-pipe, and boiler attack catback, and also the power steering racket pinion, sway bar links, end links, sway bar, new brakes, rotors painted black, gloss black, and we put on a whole new front end when we did the long tube headers exchange for the manifold pipes, and we painted the K-member the same color as Electrobit, was electronic green. And so we'll be back after this and we'll tell you what we're up to. Hello YouTube family, this is Rev from my Rev It Up Mustang Fanatic Productions, and you know what time it is. Rev it up.
Brilliant, my love is pure. I saw an angel, of that I'm sure. She smiled at me on the subway. She was with another man, but I won't lose no sleep on that, 'cause I've got a plan. You're beautiful, you're beautiful, you're beautiful, it's true. I saw your face in a crowded place, and I don't know what to.
Okay, YouTube family and friends, we're back. We had an amazing 2019, and we have 3 trophies from 2019. This is the first year that we entered Electrobit into the car shows. We've been going to car shows for years, but we never put her in, and we did all the work last year in 2018 and the beginning of 2019, and we got her prepped and ready to be a show car. And the first show that we ever been to was the 7th annual PD Roundup, hosted by Eastern South Carolina Mustang Club and Mike Rickenbach Automotive and 5-Star Tuning and Rouse Performance. This was March 30th, 2019. And in my class, we came out with the 3rd place victory, and here's the horse facing in 3rd place. My buddy Jacob with the 03 Mustang GT. He took second place, and there was another guy who had a 0304 Cobra Terminator. He took first place in our class. Then the next car show we went to was the Myrtle Beach Car Club, and there's Myrtle Beach Car Club, and that was their back to summer car show. And let's see if we can get this focus. And in the back to summer, the best of class I took, this was May 11th, 2019. From 96 to present, Electrobiff, the 99 SVT Pro Street Cobra, took best in class. We thank God for that. Then another show that Myrtle Beach Car Club put on was the October car show. It was in Surfside, the Halloween car show. And we took, see if we can get that show, Surfside car show. We took, that was October 26, 2019, and we brought home a top 10 trophy. So, as you all know, Electrobiff, she is a Pro Street Cobra. She is supercharged. There's a supercharger right there. Vortex cold air intake. There's the Moroso coolant reservoir for the supercharger to keep the supercharger cool. You can see is the big 32 valve V8 Cobra engine in here, and from the factory it pushed out 320 horsepower, and with the supercharger it pulled up 466 to the rear wheels. Then after adding the supercharger, the cold air intake, we picked up 30 more pounds of horsepower, rear wheel horsepower, to put it to 502 rear horsepower. So she is a get up and go. So a lot of work is involved with a show car. And so the reason we have Electrobiff sitting on, we got her on jack stands, got her all jacked up. Like I said, this is my 1 year anniversary to where I've installed just about, I modded this car in 1 year. From 2018 to 2019. We actually modded it in about 3 months. I started it in November in 2018 and finished it in January 2019. So we started November 2018. We finished in January 2019. And we completed it in May of last year by getting the 0304 Cobra rims, what you see right there on the front. Those are 10 by 8, 275, I believe 30 17s, and in the rear we got 10.5 by 9, and those are 315/40 17s in the rear. And these are the black wide deep dish Cobra rims with the machined lip, the chrome lip. And that really completed Electrobiff. Of course, you know, we did the interior Cobra racing seats, the 5-point locking cam harness bar, the rear delete seat kit, the quick disconnect steering wheel, the 4-panel LED push to start button, the 5-inch tack, and then we did the trunk lid cover that I made myself, and all those features we added. But there's a lot to keeping up with a show car, and especially a car that's 20 years old. There's a lot of maintenance involved, a lot of cleaning involved, and keeping her show ready. And that doesn't mean she's a trailer queen by any imagination. We drive her to all the shows, but we don't go out in adverse weather and rain and stuff like that, because this is a lot of work to keep this thing shining and clean. And we have our work cut out for it with this 4th generation Mustang style body, which is called the New Edge Mustangs from 99 to 04. And mine's being the first year of the New Edge body style, in my opinion, which I believe is the best. But I love all Mustangs, but this is my favorite one. But in any case, this car is 20 years old. And I don't make excuses because the car is 20 years old. That's the fact. It's 20 years old. And it looks very good, I thank God, for a 20-year-old car. So to compete with these newer model cars, you got your SN195, your S195 models from 2005, I believe, up to 2014. Then you got your S550s from 2015 to present. And let me tell you something. When I went to that show in Surfside in October, I was really close to winning Best in Class. It was between me, a S197, a black Mustang GT. That car was incredible. And it was a 99 Corvette. And we lost out, sadly to say, to a Corvette, but congratulations to him. It was a 99 Corvette. At least it was a 99. That's a good year. But he took Best in Class, and me and the 06 Mustang GT, we took top 10 prizes, top 10 trophies. So it goes to show there's really some tough competition, especially with these newer model cars and with these clean decked out engines. Again, the engine in electric Biff is 20 years old. You know, the transmission is 20 years old. Suspension is 20 years old. You know, that's why we did all these upgrades with the interior and the exterior, getting all these mods straight. We got subframe connectors from wheel well to wheel well. We've got tubular chassis support stiffeners all throughout the chassis underneath. This car is set up to run, but she's a show car. And we have lowering springs, Eibach lowering springs. We have the Coney adjustable shocks, which I need to still adjust the shocks in the rear. I need to stiffen them up just a little more because we're bottoming out when we go over some tough bumps. And so there's a lot goes into keeping this car up and keeping her competitive in these wonderful car shows. And it's a blast to be able to enter into a car show and not knowing that you're going to win. And then when you do win, it's all your hard work pays off. But even when you don't win, we meet such a great group of guys where we get in. We're all Mustang lovers. We're all car lovers. We get around. We admire each other's cars. That's what I like about this. There's no politics. There's no arguing or fighting. There's a bunch of guys that are car enthusiasts, Mustang enthusiasts, and we admire one another's cars. And we talk to each other, look at each other's cars, and, you know, as we're at the car show. So we meet a lot of neat people. By the way, shout out to Harry and Lisa, my buddies. They come down every year for the car show. God bless you guys. Love you. Shout out to my buddy Jacob. Shout out to Oscar, Tanya, Chris, Dirty Dog, and all the rest of the gang that ride with us at Rev It Up Mustang Fanatic Productions. And so it takes a lot of work to keep a 20-year-old car competitive with these new cars. And it's a lot of work, I tell you. So what we're actually doing, we have her up on jack stands. We're just doing some cleaning in the engine bay and compartment to keep her clean. And we're going to take a sneak peek underneath to look at the conditions of the BBK inch and 5/8 ceramic coated long tube headers. And just to give you a peek at what they look like after 1 year, because the ceramic coating is not supposed to fade or turn colors or anything of that nature. So we're going to sneak a quick peek underneath Electrobiff, and we're going to show you guys what it looks like underneath Electrobiff. So, as you can see, there is no oil, no leaks whatsoever. And so here is a look at the engine compartment. Underneath, rather. There's no oil leaks. The oil pan's nice and clean. Here's the new racket pinion that we put in. The bushings are still nice and clean, no dirt. You can see that it's that nice aluminum coating and the paint. The other bushing over there is in good condition. It's not leaking. Here are the new outer tie rods. Okay. Here's the new A-frame that we put in. There's the new tie rod end links. There's the eyebox springs that are cut. Here's the control arm. You know, now we can go further under, and we'll show you what we can see. There's part of the headers right there. This is the passenger side header. You can see it's still nice and chrome under there. And there's the driver's side. It's nice and chrome. And trust me, it's like that. Let's see. We can get a little small peek at it. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let's see if I can get some light on that. Right up in here. Right here. That's the pipe right there. You can see two pieces of the header pipe, and you can see that it's still chrome. It hasn't colored or anything. And here is the K member. We painted that the same color of Electrobiff. She's in nice condition still. And this is the 4-point crossover tube that goes to the crossover to the K member. That's still nice and shiny. You can see the X pipe back there, and then way in the back, the catback exhaust. And then if you noticed over there, you can see the backing plate is nice and clean. You can see the ball joint, the lower ball joint there, on the end of the racket pinion. Actually, it's on the end of the steering knuckle. How the steering knuckle is still nice and black. It's looking really good over there. So she's looking good. No oil leaks whatsoever. There's the oil pan right there. So after 1 year, she is looking very, very well. There's the underneath of the supercharger. All the hoses, everything is nice and neat. So, yeah, I think it looks very good. Outstanding job. And let me show you guys while we're under here. This right here, this is my aftermarket auxiliary water pump, which pumps the supercharger coolant reservoir. So that keeps the supercharger cooled. So it's just like a radiator system. So it has its own water pump. And so without this, the supercharger would actually overheat. So we got that. And here's our intercooler right here, which, see if I can get a good peek at that. I don't want too much light. Well, I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's the intercooler right there. And so that is a look at Electrobiff after 1 year of having long tube headers, off-road X pipe, and the Boiler Attack catback system. And all that it takes to keep a Mustang that's 20 years old nice and clean. So there's a lot of work involved, and the hard work pays off by the trophies that you win and by the new friends that you meet and fellowshipping out there. So that's our update and what we're doing. Electric Biff is not down for the count because we're not really doing any kind of heavy work, just cleaning. We're going to go back underneath and clean up some things. We're going to take off the supercharger belt, which I had to order this year, and put that on that new belt, take that off, and do some cleaning all up around there, get rid of some buildup and things of that nature that would come and put a dull finish on parts of the engine block and everything. So that's what we're doing, and we will be doing a video shortly on probably what to look for when buying a 99 through 04 Mustang, whether it be a GT, whether it be a Mach 1, whether it be a Celine, whether it be a Cobra, whether it be a Jack Rouse, V6, any Mustang from 99 to 04 will give you some things to look for when buying them, and that would include your budget, what you plan to use the car for, whether it's going to be a show car, whether it's going to be a daily driver, or whether it's going to be something you take into a track. You want to consider all those things, and when you're purchasing these new edge muscle cars, and we'll go over some of the common problems with them at the same time when looking for it, so you know what to look out for when you're buying a SN95 new edge style Mustangs. So there's going to be a lot of other things we're going to be doing, because this is truly the off season. We don't drive her much, maybe once a month or so, twice the most, giving us a good day just to get her out, open her up, and get the juices flowing. So we'll be filming some how-to stuff, like doing parasitic drains. For instance, you come to your car and you go to start it and you get a click, and then you get a jump, it starts, runs all day, you wake up the next day, you get a click. So we'll go through parasitic drains, how to do that with a voltmeter and a multimeter, how to find the shorts and the cause of the parasitic drain, how to check fuses, without pulling all the fuses out. There are simple ways you can do that, and we'll have some other interesting things that's going on the channel from the off season, so we can bring you guys some content. So God bless. Have a wonderful day. We thank everybody that supports us, and as always, please like and subscribe. Help us get our subscription rate up. God bless. Have a wonderful day. And as always, we thank you for watching our videos. We hope you like the videos that we're presenting to you. We try to bring you cutting edge technology and bring you the best of Mustangs, old cars, and motorcycles. But mostly Mustangs, because we're Mustang fanatics. So if you like the channel, hit the like button and then subscribe. God bless. Have a wonderful day. This is Rev with Rev It Up Mustang Productions. God bless.